All right, everyone, it's Monday, which means that it's time for This Week at the Chamber with Wilson and Bob. Last week we had Senator Bozeman in town, and we hosted him, and we also got a cool update from Countryside Assisted Living. We got a few clips for you to show you, but yeah, last week was good.
Yeah. And we want to thank Boone County Farm Bureau for sponsoring our Eggs and Issues breakfast with Senator Bozeman. Great turnout, and you know we gotta look forward to the opening of the Countryside Assisted Living. That's 50 net new employees to Boone County. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
This week, we've got a visit today by the Deputy Director of the Arkansas Economic Development Commission and several other folks from AEDC. The subject is workforce development, near and dear to our hearts up here in Harrison and Boone County. And then tomorrow, we're proud to have a groundbreaking at Ozark Trailer Sales. Rhett Bremley and his team are expanding their manufacturing facility south of town on 65 and adding 10 net new employees. Great opportunity for the community to come together and recognize the entrepreneurship of Rhett and his team.
That's right. And then on Thursday, if you tune into the North Arkansas College YouTube channel, there's going to be the National CTE Letter of Intent Signing Day. Held in collaboration with their partnership with the National Coalition of Certification Centers. So all of the students that are interested in going straight into the workforce from North Ark, it's a big deal. And I guess right along that same line of workforce development, there's going to be a lot going on this week. So, and then that same day, literally 30 minutes after, we've got a grand reopening for the Kinetic by Windstream office here in town. So find that on our social media channels and help us welcome them.
Busy week as usual, but we're excited again, moving forward with the sunshine in April.
That's right. And this week we've got a couple of guests with us from our Boone County Leadership Institute. As we get into the end of April is when they graduate. But Jake and Ben, the president and vice president of this year's leadership class, are here to talk about their project and kind of some of their experience with leadership. So here they are. Jake, Ben, thanks for joining me today. Every class does a project by the end of the year. Tell me what yours is. I know for a while we talked about there was a couple of social media things like Meet on Main Street. There was talks of a whole bunch of other stuff. But tell me where we and you guys, tell me where the group has landed as far as what y'all are taking on this year. Ben, you want to tell us about that? And Jake, chime in where you need to.
Yes. So, you know, we did a lot of brainstorming and had input and voting and discussions and arguing about what we would do. I think, or I know we did the right thing. If it's not broke, you don't have to fix it. So what we found out is there is a need for volunteers. So we decided our effort would be volunteering for something that's already established, and it's not only established, but based on what I hear, it's going to be one of the biggest in the U.S. this year. So we're going to volunteer at at two things, I should say. First, let me mention on April 15th, there's the Kite RACE or Kite Race. And RACE race is an acronym for Rally Asian Cultural Event. So there will be kites involved, of course, and we're gonna involve the students, and we're also gonna involve us old folks. And I believe there's gonna be a kite relay race. And I wouldn't put any money on us, the old folks, but I'm looking forward to that. the second thing, like I mentioned before, it's going to be huge. It's April 16th through the 18th, and it's the 25th annual Hot Air Balloon Championship. So there's 3 full days of activities, and it's not just hot air balloons. I want to say, I believe they said 39 balloons or somewhere around there. That's a lot of hot air balloons. So that's going to be the core of the event, but there's so many activities around that we have our team at the BCLI volunteering at. We get to be part of the chase cruise, right? So we'll help set up the balloons. We'll do whatever the balloon owners tell us, and then we get to chase them down and help them put the balloon back up, back into the van, and then go back. And there's either 2 or 3 flights that they're going to do that way. So,
tell me about the kite race. Why is that significant? I know. Yeah, why don't you just tell me why is it significant?
Yeah, so the kite race is something that I'm very excited about. So we've got Dr. Josephine Kershaw, who's a member of our Boone County Leadership, and her daughter Marie, who is in the youth leadership. They've kind of come together to create this event to raise awareness against Asian hate. I think anybody that's been tuned in over the last few months, especially, has read in the news and heard of these hate crimes that are occurring against the Asian community. And I think it's really great that a community like Harrison, who has some sort of a negative stigma when it comes to race, to come together and really support Asian lives, especially in their time of need right now. I'm super, super excited for that.
What's the significance of the kites? All I understand is that the kites, what she said is that they have a lot of uplifting symbolism in the Asian community. So that's like to see all those in the sky is a very powerful image. And that's kind of why it's like, so we're lending our voices with the Asian community that's here locally, and they've got a lot of support, and there's probably more than we realize are here. So I think that's gonna be cool. So, but you're gonna tell me about the food trucks, the vendors, the shop hop, all of that stuff that's going on at the Balloon Fest too.
Let me just pop right into that.
Yeah, just launch in. You got it.
Yeah, so we're also excited for this weekend because we've got all the food trucks, all the local food trucks coming out. I know that Matt Bell had said that they've reached their limit on food trucks. So we are at capacity for food trucks, which is incredible. That just means that we've got more options. From what I understand, all of our favorite local food trucks will be there. Another thing that Ben had alluded to, and we were trying to decide in our brainstorming, what are we going to do? What are we going to support? What's our project going to be? There is going to be a shop hop that's at the same time, same weekend as the Balloon Fest, down on the square. So we're also encouraging everyone to get down to the square, support those local businesses down there while you're out watching the balloons. I think it's a really neat thing to have in conjunction with the Balloon Fest.
Awesome. Guys, thanks for joining me today. We've got, I think your next session will be, when this airs, it'll be Monday. So it'll be the following week after all of your project. And then you guys graduate on the 29th. That'll be streamed live to YouTube. We'll be doing a little bit of virtual stuff for you, but we'll have a drop-in and all sorts of stuff. So guys, thanks for all the work you've done this year. Thanks for helping out with the Balloon Fest. It's been cool getting to know you. So yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Wilson.
Thanks, Clint.
Yeah, thanks, Clint. We can thank Clint while we're here.
Why Clint?
I don't know.
I'm going to leave it in there where you said thanks, Clint.
Go ahead.